Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Just Reading. Today, we're talking about I Married Krongal, Book 11 in Regine Abel's Prime Mating Agency series. So, if you've been watching for a little bit, you know I love that series. It's one of my favorites. I really love her storytelling. I like the fact that they're all quick reads, and I like the fact that there isn't like a huge massive conflict between the couples, like the couples when they have their conflicts, or any kind of problems, like it's external, like the communication is really really there. And I love the soulmate aspect of it. I love the piney heroes. I even love the fact that the prime mating agency Kayog, he's like empathic, so whenever he puts couples together, like he knows for sure that those two people are like destined to be together and everything's gonna work out. Love that part. So Krogel is from the Zakoris people, and he is the cousin to Byron from book 7. I Married a Beast, and they're like a warrior people. And he is one of the biggest, best warriors of his tribe, but his heart is like so soft and nurturing, and he is actually like a vet. Like he loves taking care of animals, and so that's where his heart is. So even though like he looks like this really scary monster of a person or beast, um, he's like a big old teddy bear. And that was actually good for the love interest, the main character Farah, because she actually came out of a very abusive relationship, where her partner, and not physical, but it was like mental, emotional, verbal, and her partner had a lot of the power in that relationship. She didn't have much of an education. She met him when she was young, and he took full advantage of how innocent she was and how hopeful and how much of a dreamer she was. And he promised her things, and he really like used that to keep her attached to him. She finally got free. She was in a woman's shelter, and that's where she meets Keog, because Krogel reached out to Keog, and he's like, I want to find my soulmate. I have been waiting and waiting, and no one has appealed to me. Like, I don't know if she's even like part of my people. I saw what you did for my cousin and his mate, and can you help me? And so Keog is like, you know what, sure. But it takes a while. It takes 3 or 4 years. Like they fast forward some before Farah comes into the picture, and she and Keog meet. And he says, okay, I think you are the right fit for Krugel. And so she had reservations because of just how rough her previous relationship was. So she had trust issues. She was a bit skittish, and Krogel comes off as very intimidating. But she trusted Keog and the primating agency, like the history of it. You know, she trusted that organization because they had such a good reputation. And so she goes to Sikoris, I think that's the name of the planet. She meets Krogel, and he's so sweet. He does everything to make her feel safe, and to trust him. And then little by little, she starts to open up, and immediately he was all in. He was all in from the jump because he was one to initiate, and he knew that, you know, if Keog says, this is my match, this is my match. And so it was really fun to read. They're all quick reads. There's a definite HEA. There's a little bit of spice, but it's not overwhelming. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing cringy. And it's just it's like cozy reads. Like whenever I pull these books up to like read and reread, they just make me feel so cozy because the the theme of it all, like love through adversity, love between two completely different species, um, the misunderstandings that they just communicate and work through. Um, they're just good. Regina Abel's an awesome writer. She's one of my favorites as well. So, if you're in the mood for an alien romance slash, I don't know if you'd call them monster romances. Some of the alien characters can seem a bit monstrous, like Zachorus, Krongal, and Byron. But they're supposed to be aliens, so but if you're in the mood for anything like that, pick this one up. It's book 11. You can read them out of order. There's each one's a standalone. It's just within the same world. And yeah. It was really good. Oh, trigger warning for abuse because Farah's ex ends up finding her on the planet, and he like goes there to try and take her back, and it gets a bit physical, and so that might be a bit triggering. So just check, and if it's something that triggers you a bit, make your choice, make your decision. But yeah, all right, guys, that was a quick one. We still have to talk about Bridgerton Part 2. That one will be coming up. And as always, just keep on reading. Okay, all right, bye now.